right now the price of Bitcoin does looks like it is actually showing some weakness, a pullback type of scenario towards the lower line of this rising wedge. And this rising wedge in the past Bitcoin price action has acted as a very strong support, the lower line of this rising wedge. You can see that very clearly. Along with that, this green line, which is the 21 exponential moving average. So when the price got a support from the lower line of this rising wedge, and also the price managed to find support over this 21 exponential moving average, after that a trend started moving in an upper direction. Pretty similar scenario here also. You can see support from the lower line of this rising wedge, and when the price did manage to find support above this 21 exponential moving average, price started moving in an upper direction. Here pretty similar scenario, support from the lower line area of this rising wedge, and also once the price found support above this 21 exponential moving average, this green line, we started moving in an upper direction. And right now pretty similar scenario could be unfolding next for Bitcoin. Support here from the lower line area, and also price here is still above 21 exponential moving average. And also let me give you a reason why there could still be some more shakeout again to retest this 21 exponential moving average and also this lower line of this rising wedge before price choosing the possible trend direction. This one scenario has already been talked in my previous video, but let me show you one more time here, and we will change that into smaller time frame, because in my previous video I said you guys what kind of price structure we were actually looking at to see a possible breakout. This price here, as long as we are not breaking out of this falling trend line, we cannot call this a price movement in upper direction. On my previous video I also gave you an indication that hey, since the price of Bitcoin was flashing, a pretty similar scenario right this year, right? So as long as we are not breaking out of this falling trend line, that's why I said you on my previous video that hey, we could be seeing another breakout once we break out of this falling trend line and find support above it. But right now, as you can see, we did had some sort of a movement towards the upper direction, but price was unable to find support above it, and we are witnessing this pullback type of scenario. But now I'm actually going to show you why I believe the support here to the downside around this 55,000 price level is a very strong support line for now in the short term, because let me show you this in a 4-hour time frame. So in a 4-hour time frame, you can see we did talk about this bump and run reversal bottom that was playing out for Bitcoin, and I say to you guys very loud and clear, once we break out of this falling trend line and also manage to find support above this 0.618 Fibonacci level, then this could be a sign that the price here could be starting a move here in an upward direction, just like here, or just like here, because you can see very clearly in the past Bitcoin price action, whenever we had this breakout type of scenario, right? You can see here this line acted as a resistance all the time, but once when we were able to break out of it, look at this 0.618 line acted as a strong resistance. What happened with the price? We saw pullback, and this pullback here ended exactly at this 0.236 Fibonacci retracement level. So after that, trend started, a new trend started to the upside. So now you can see similar price structure broke out of this falling trend line. When we had this breakout, price also came exactly guys at this 0.618 Fibonacci level, found a very strong resistance, and this pullback here also came exactly at this 0.236 Fibonacci level, just like here. You can see here also got a rejection from this 0.618, pullback ended at this 0.236 Fibonacci level, and then a new trend started here. Pretty similar structure. You can see got a rejection from this 0.618 Fibonacci level, pullback, 0.236 level acted as a support, and then a move here in an upper direction. Here also you can see right now for Bitcoin at this current stage, this is pretty similar with the previous example. So we did broke out, but we were unable to find proper support over this 0.618, and now we are also witnessing this pullback type of scenario. So if this is going to be a more pullback, 55,200, 55,000 price level is going to be another line, and after that we could be expecting another reversal type of scenario, because in the past Bitcoin price action getting rejection from this 0.618 and also pullback around this 0.236 Fibonacci level, after that a new impulsive move started. So in this case, if this is also going to be a pullback around this 0.236 Fibonacci level, this could be around 55,000 to 55,200 price level, and after that we could be seeing another movement here in an upward direction, because I just showed you with the daily time frame here that this pullback, if this is going to happen, then we also know around this 55,000 we also have this lower line of this rising wedge acting as a support, and also this green line, and this green line is the 21 exponential moving average, which is also acting as a support parallelly. So now we know with this 55,000 to 55,200 to the downside for now could be a very strong support for Bitcoin. And now let's look at this price structure in a bit different way. So now if we look at this price structure of Bitcoin in a 4-hour time frame, what I've actually included is a WYCKOFF's accumulation scenario. You can see we did call this price movement around the 62,000 pretty perfectly, but after that you can see the price witnessed some correction. And now we also want to know what exactly could be playing out here, because if we look at this price structure here, you can see this does looks like it is forming a symmetrical triangle type of scenario at this current stage. And if we look at this area, only at this area, and look at the WYCKOFF's accumulation chart here, so you can see according to this WYCKOFF's accumulation chart, if we monitor the actual price action of Bitcoin and also this example from this WYCKOFF accumulation phase, maybe we could still be in a phase C area and forming this symmetrical triangle type of scenario that could possibly see another impulsive move once it actually breaks out of the upper line of this symmetrical triangle. So this here is also flashing us that, hey, right now the price of Bitcoin does looks it is forming this phase C area. So if this is going to be a WYCKOFF's accumulation phase, then breaking out of this phase C, the symmetrical triangle scenario could lead to another move here in an upper direction, right? So we could be entering the phase E area. And now if we go back and look at the current Bitcoin price structure, you can also see, just like with the previous example, you can see guys, we are forming this symmetrical triangle type of scenario which the WYCKOFF's accumulation phase is actually showing us. So if this is going to be another symmetrical triangle scenario, then this could be in a phase E area. So after this phase E area, we could see another impulsive move after breaking out of this upper line of this symmetrical triangle, because that will indicate that we are entering a new phase E area for Bitcoin. So this pullback here could go even lower, because I just showed you with the 4-hour time frame that 55,100, 55,200 must also be actually respected. So if that's going to happen, then this pullback getting a bit lower, right, lower around this particular area, around this 55,000, and still breaking out as a symmetrical triangle in this manner, guys. So let's see which scenario is going to play out, because according to this WYCKOFF's, if this scenario is going to continue, right, for me the upward target is still going to be the monthly R2 line, and this monthly R2 line is this green label which is sitting around 70 to 71,000 price level. According to WYCKOFF, this is exactly how the price should also react. So let's see how this one is going to play out. Now let's find out the short-term price target for Bitcoin. So for the short-term price target, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to include this Fibonacci extension line from this swing low till this swing high, and look at the current Bitcoin price structure, because right now, as you can see, around this price level, this 0.382, which is around 54,200, 54,300, is a very strong support line. But with the bump and run reversal bottom, we knew that around 55,000 to 55,200 price level, we also have a very strong support. Let me show you one more time. So you can see with the bump and run reversal, our price pullback, right, this pullback ended exactly after reaching this 0.236 Fibonacci level. So this was our strong support, and then we saw a reversal. We saw a reversal here as well. So we were saying that, hey, if the price of Bitcoin right now is also getting pulled back, then this 0.236 around 55,200, you can see this is going to be a very strong support. So now if you look at this scenario with the Fibonacci extension level, now let me switch the chart again. So now with the Fibonacci extension level, before we reach this 54,200, 54,300, we know around 55,200 we do have a very strong support, because we know between this line, this 55,200 to 54,200 price level, between this line we have a very strong support. So I'm actually expecting price of Bitcoin to also find support in between this line, and then again slowly try to move in an upper direction, because according to the WYCKOFF, we know the price here could be forming a symmetrical triangle type of scenario in this manner. So we know any sort of a pullback, we could also find support from the lower line of this symmetrical triangle. So let's see how this one is going to play out, because if we do see any bounce from here, then again guys, 57,700 is our upward price target for now, and also breaking this upper line could also lead us to again to break out of this previous key level of resistance, which was around 61,200 price level. So let's see how this one is going to play out. So this is what I actually wanted to share with you in today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope this video was helpful enough. If that's the case, hit the like button, and for those individuals watching this for the first time, definitely hit the subscribe button and the bell. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye guys.